Welcome, I'm Caren, and in this yin yoga sequence, we will focus on the pelvis, the hips, and the low back to prepare ourselves for a seated meditation, or just a more comfortable seat in general. Things that you'll need include 2 yoga blocks, although you can do without them, and a small pillow or a blanket. Let's get started. If you're new to yin yoga, now's a good time to hit pause and click on this other video to learn about the principles of the practice. All set? Let's begin in caterpillar. With your legs extended long in front of you, grab your blanket or pillow and place it under your knees. Then relax the legs entirely and begin to walk forward over your legs, taking hold of the ankles or the feet, or even closer up to the knees if that's where you are today. Now start to release your upper back, perhaps even your head and your neck to the ground. The upper body does have some activity here, but your legs should be completely relaxed. And here's where we hold the pose and become still. You can let the breath be natural and free. Or if it's comfortable, perhaps count to 4 on your inhales and 4 on your exhales to give the mind something to concentrate on as you feel a gentle opening come into the hamstrings and the low back. Remember, at any point, if you feel pain, please come out of the posture. But if you feel discomfort, make sure it's sustainable. In other words, you're okay to stay here for a while and address the discomfort. Slowly start to walk your hands up your legs, lengthen your spine, and rest for a moment with your shoulders over your hips. Then remove the pillow or the blanket and lie onto your back, extending your legs at least as wide as a yoga mat with arms wide by your sides. This is pentacle pose, a constructive rest to allow the effects of caterpillar to move through the body. Draw your knees gently into your chest now. Roll onto your side and use your hands as a support to inhale and come back up to a seat. Bring the soles of the feet together in front of you and let the knees relax open. The feet will be about a foot or so away from your groins as we're targeting this inner area today. And then take hold of the hands to the ankles or the toes and just begin to lean into it, perhaps walking the hands forward if there's space. Remember that there is no goal here, so whether you hinge forward a lot or a little, make sure that you're feeling a sensation in your inner thighs. Start to notice when you can open more into each posture. The gripping sensation will dissipate from the inner thighs, and it's with that information that you can walk your hands forward and find a deeper forward bend. It's okay for the back here to round. As you stay in butterfly, you might notice that the more you relax your legs and your knees, the closer they reach down toward the ground. Check in with your jaw, unclench it if need be, and relax your eyes and all the muscles of the face. Start to come out by walking your hands back toward you, lifting up through your navel. Then fold your hands to the outsides of your knees and bring them back into you. Take the feet hip distance apart and drop the legs to one side and then to the other for a transition through windshield wiper legs. As you come back up to center, we'll move into Dragonfly. So extend the legs out long by each side where they naturally want to go. It's a nice idea here to take the blanket or the pillow and just sit on the edge of it so that you feel your low back lengthening and the pelvis can tip forward a little bit more easily as you lean forward back into another forward fold. Now check back in here with your legs and loosen all of the muscles from the hips all the way to the toes. Even if you don't fold forward very far here, which is only necessary to find the sensation in the legs, make sure that the weight in the pelvis is forward instead of back. If you feel discomfort under your knees, you might take a couple blankets or extra pillows and prop them under the knees as we did before in Caterpillar. If it's accessible and your chest can come all the way to the ground, then stretch your arms out to the sides. If the forearms are able to touch the ground, you could try bending at the elbows, taking the hands to the bottom of the face to cup the face and give your head some support as you stay with Dragonfly. To come out, we'll press our hands into the ground and walk back with the shoulders high above the hips. Then draw the hands to the undersides of the thighs and bring the legs back in together. Rest for a moment here in your seat to let the sensation from the inner thighs pass. And then we'll go ahead and transition into baby dragon. You'll need your blanket or your pillow for your knees and grab your blocks for your hands. Set up in a tabletop position with the blocks as an extension of your hands. Step your right foot forward. Then tuck your left toes under and momentarily raise your left leg, then set it back down so that you find a wider low lunge. Walk your blocks closer toward your front foot. And now we'll start to use the blocks for support, leaning to the inside of the front right thigh. If you don't have blocks, you can always take your hands down to the ground. But if the hands don't reach the ground, you can take the hands to the right thigh itself and balance here. Most likely you'll be feeling this in the left thigh. And if it feels like the hips are falling to the ground too soon, load some weight into the right foot, stacking that right knee on top of the ankle, and gently drawing the right hip back so that the pelvis becomes level. If you'd like to move on, however, you can take the blocks at a lower setting to the inside of the right foot and walk your elbows down to those blocks or simply to the ground. You might choose here to release the head with the chin toward the chest, or keep the gaze level to the ground with the chin reaching up just slightly. this posture can be quite intense, so remind yourself to breathe deep into wherever you feel the sensation, and to know that this won't last forever. To come out, place your hands on the blocks, lift up, and oh, hey, say hi to your little dog who decided to come join the practice. Take your hands onto the blocks on either side of your front foot and sweep your right knee back in line. I like to lean forward out of the hip creases just as a relief here after that posture. And we'll start over with baby dragon on the left side. So step the left foot forward, reach the right knee up and set it back down. Make sure it has the support of the pillow or the blanket. Then you can release the back toes and walk your blocks closer toward the front foot. Things might feel different from one side to the other. Try not to judge or get caught up in it, but just to notice it so that you can learn when your body starts to change throughout the practice. Transition to a lower posture with your elbows here onto the blocks, setting up this side exactly how you set it up on the other. Remember that if the pelvis feels like it is drawing too close to the ground and the edge becomes painful in the sensation in your hips, then draw this left hip back. Use a little energy into the left front foot to gently hold the pelvis up. You can dip the chin down toward the chest to relax the back of the neck. Press your palms into the blocks and start to rise. And then bring the blocks to either side of the front foot so that you can shift your hips back over the back knee and step your left knee onto the pillow. We'll set the blocks off to the side. Keep your pillow or blanket handy by your side and transition onto your back. Widen to pentacle pose with your legs wide and your arms wide. And just relax for a moment, letting go of the tension that may have arisen from our dragon poses. Draw the knees back up to bend, the feet to plant. And then grabbing your blanket or your pillow, roll all the way onto your right side. Stack your knees in line with your hips and your feet in line with your knees as if you were on a chair on its side. Reach the left arm all the way to the left, finding a reclining spinal twist. Your head can gaze left or it can gaze up if that feels better for your neck. If you need some more space through your upper body, consider lifting your right shoulder up just a little, inching it to the right and setting it back down. If you were to look down at your hips, your shoulders would be right above them, so make sure that you line up in this way. And now relax your legs fully, your feet fully, your arms and upper body fully. Your left shoulder might not touch the ground, and that's okay. If the whole arm doesn't touch the ground, consider bringing another blanket or pillow underneath to support the left arm. To come out, first bring your awareness to your left fingers. On an inhalation, draw the left arm all the way over to the right. Once it's there, roll onto your back, taking the blanket or pillow out from your knees. Widen your feet so that the knees can knock together and the low back touches the ground. Just rest for a moment to let all of that sensation subside. As we move on to the second side, we'll roll completely now onto the whole left side, taking the very same position as we did before. Set the blanket or pillow between your knees, stack your arms, and then inhale, your right arm lifts up and over to the right, followed by perhaps your gaze up or to the right as well. Take a moment to lift your left shoulder if you like, inch it over to the left, set it back down so that the whole body, the upper body, can feel relaxed. Reclining spinal twist is a wonderful posture to end any yin practice. The twist serves to unwind any kinks that may have formed from the other postures. Draw your inner attention into your right fingers. On an inhale, travel the right arm back to the left. And then removing the prop from between the knees, roll one more time onto your back. And as you come onto your back, you might take that blanket or pillow underneath both knees now as you open into Savasana. Legs are wide, arms are wide. Back of the head feels long, with the chin tucked slightly into the chest. If the chin tips up toward the ceiling, find another thin pillow or blanket to place behind the head. Come to full relaxation, letting go of any tension, any holding of the muscles in the legs, in the torso, and in the arms. I'll leave you here to stay as long as you like. Thanks for practicing with me. Namaste.